Oftentimes, rivalry is associated with war, but it isn't always that way. Sometimes it's a mirror held by someone running beside you, a force that does not destroy you but that pushes you towards your potential. Just like a lion who does not run behind a slowest gazelle, but the one that makes it run the hardest. Motorsport has given birth to some of the most iconic and emotionally driven rivalries in sporting history. From Ford vs Ferrari to Lauda vs Hunt to Senna vs Prost, these rivalries weren't about hate, but about a shared obsession. Such was the tale of two Japanese car makers. One had a monk-like devotion toward engineering purity, and the other one was a reluctant warrior. Subaru entered rallying to prove the capabilities of their all-wheel drive system. Their mission wasn't to defeat rivals, it was to show the world that their engineering philosophy belonged at the top of the motorsport. Mitsubishi, on the other hand, had a sporadic and almost accidental early involvement in rallying. They weren't truly passionate about it until they saw what their vehicles could do on rough terrain. That is when they began to take a deeper interest. The year was 1995 when Subaru made history, claiming Constructor Championship and Drivers' title with Colin McRae. That win was a major breakthrough, a declaration even which Mitsubishi heard loud and clear. Something happened that day. Call it pride or fire, but from then on, Mitsubishi took it personally. From 96 onwards, everything was about to change. While Subaru managed to win the constructors once again, they could not touch the driver's title because Mitsubishi had an ace up their sleeve. And that ace was Tomi Mäkinen, the Finnish master who danced with Evo 3 and won the 96 driver's title. Persistent in their pursuit of victory, Subaru introduced their WRC spec car in 97 and secured the constructor's title. But once again, Mitsubishi and Mäkinen proved to be a match made in heaven. McRae and Subaru gave it their all, falling short of driver's title by just 1 point. And Mitsubishi, they liked the taste of what they had stirred. So in 1998, Mäkinen and Mitsubishi won both the titles. In 1999, Richard Burns drove the Subaru as McRae had moved on to Ford. Burns pushed hard, finishing second in Drivers' Championship, but Tomi's dominance resurfaced. But little did Mitsubishi know, it was their last win. In 2003, Mäkinen retired. Mitsubishi called quits in 2005, and just 3 years later, so did Subaru. One might say that Subaru built a great team, but Mitsubishi, they built a champion. Despite their best efforts and a rotating lineup of world-class talent, Subaru couldn't stop the man in the red car from taking the big prize year after year. The Lancer Evo was almost as competitive as Subaru's more modern Impreza, and in some cases, outright better in real-world performance. It was as if Subaru was wondering, they have Tomi, what is he doing that our guys can't? And Mitsubishi on the other side, they were like, it is their car, it's phenomenal, let's build something better. It evolved into the greatest 1v1 rivalry in the rally history, not because they wanted to beat each other at first, but because they couldn't ignore each other anymore. Subaru and Mitsubishi never set out to fight each other. They came from vastly different perspectives, but in trying to prove themselves, they got caught in the storm. It wasn't back and forth on paper, but emotionally, it felt like a war. It wasn't just about glory, it was about evolution. Every new innovation was a motivation pushed by the other to become better. It was a rivalry between two underdogs from the same island who accidentally made rallying legendary. That didn't end in scandal or betrayal, but with deep, unspoken respect. That kind of ending is rare, and only fair few of us who saw it unfold, who lived it, remain to tell the tale.